What's happening, sickos? How's everyone today? Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Of course, if you're new around here, I'm GoreCore. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to have another music reaction. Today we are going to return to the US brutal death metal band, Gorgasm. We're going to check out their latest song video entitled Ravaged Corpse Decor. Now, I'm a little late getting to this one. I must admit this one came out a while ago, but I haven't heard it, so I'm still curious to check it out. This is a band I heard very early on, I think back in 1998 when they released their EP, Stab Wound Intercourse. And since then I've been a fan, but I've been slacking. There's definitely later material that I'm not very familiar with, so I definitely need to catch up on that, but here's a great place to start. So let's jump into this one and see what they got for us. That's cool. Definitely sick. Definitely sounds like Gorgasm. I always thought these guys and Origin had a little bit of a similar sound. Nice chunk there. Gator flying. There we have it. That was Ravaged Corpse Decor by Gorgasm. I have to say, it delivered. It's exactly what I expect from this band. It was brutal, it was relentless, it was heavy. It gave us a couple little changes in there with some definitely like heavy slow down moments on the guitar, but the feet were still flying. It was still madness despite slowing down. It's just absolutely brutal, and this is the sound that I expect from Gorgasm. So I think it's fantastic. Obviously, this isn't the sort of thing that's for everybody. There's not a lot of melody in this sort of stuff at all. It's all about being brutal. It's brutal death metal at its finest. So again, I mentioned that these guys kind of reminded me of bands like Origin and stuff. Of course, I heard this band before Origin, and I kind of felt like Origin kind of like brought in their sound, which was very similar, but I can't compare them to a lot of bands. Those are the two that really come to mind when I think about this kind of particular style and, you know, the way they do it. But yeah, great stuff here. Definitely happy to be, you know, back in the seat of Gorgasm, because like I said, it's been a long while and I definitely need to give these guys some more attention. You know, being that I've gotten more into like deathcore and stuff lately, I really haven't been listening to a lot of the brutal death metal stuff that I used to listen to. And again, it's no fault of the bands. It's nothing against them. It's not like I don't enjoy it anymore. I'm just always seeking out new stuff. So if I don't hear about these bands putting out stuff, you know, I don't really know about it and I don't really think about it. There's so many bands out there. There's so much awesome music right now that it's really just hard to, you know, pay attention to all of it. But yeah, this is fantastic. So if you're a fan of this sort of stuff and you enjoyed this one and you're not familiar with the band, go check out their other material because it definitely falls in line with this. But again, if you're looking for melodies and easy listening, this is not the band for you. These guys are extreme and intense and and relentless, and that's exactly why I like them. It's definitely disgusting. So I think all the musicians here did a fantastic job. Everything's played great. The song flows nicely. We get a few changes in there to mix things up, so it wasn't just blast beats pounding your head in for the whole time. You know, I do like a little bit of change. There are bands that will simply just do a blast beat the whole song, and to me that gets a little bit tiresome. I do need a little bit of variety in there, and these guys, you know, it's a good mix. They managed to put a little bit of difference in there, but at the same time bring all kinds of brutality. So yeah, great stuff here. As far as the video goes, nothing crazy. It's just band footage. But again, these bands probably aren't making much in the way of money, or they're not big names. You got to do what you got to do to get your material out there, and that's exactly what these guys are doing. And it's always cool to see how they're playing and, you know, what they're playing. So I never mind band footage. It's just that it's not very original, I guess. But at the same time, like I said, it's all about the music and getting that out there, and that's what these guys are doing. So kudos to them. Great stuff. Like I said, if you enjoy this stuff, go check them out, see what you think. And if you do enjoy them, support them like any band that you enjoy. If you have a moment to help support this channel, then please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And impale that like button. And if you'd like to get our future updates, stab the notification bell down below for that. Also, don't forget about those socials down below. You can follow me on all of the major platforms. Of course, the original link is down below. And I also have bands as well. You'll find the links for those below. If you take the time to listen to something, I would love to get some feedback from you. But first and foremost, if you're going to take the time to check anything out, I just released a horror short film called The Treatment and the Cure. There's a link down below for that. If by chance you like 80s vibes, a little blood and splatter, a little bit of dark humor and practical effects, this might be right up your alley. It is very indie. It was a micro budget short that we made, but we put a lot of work and love into it, so it would mean the world to us if you would take the time to watch it. It only takes 7 minutes out of your day. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of your support. Hope everybody has a wicked day. Cheers, everybody. Stay sick.